Okay, hi guys. This is question 100, question 100, and I've not looked at it. Just I think when I say I've not looked at it, I've just raised it up and just to do it because um because it is a backward variance. It's just understanding what the elements of what you're doing is, and then you can tease out what it is that you need. So let's look at this situation. It tells us that when we come to talk about manufacturing 300 units, the cost that we expect for each of these units is £70. So of course 70 times 30 is what is being budgeted. Now, what actually happens in the end is that you actually, first of all, you only make 260 units. So we probably need to break this. This is really the cost of a unit. So this is to do with materials, isn't it? So kilograms, if you like, this is made up of number of kilograms times standard cost of a kilogram. That's what makes up this 70, right? To make a unit. I don't know. We'll see that in a second. I mean, we can see it right now. It says it here that the um, standard quantity per unit. So you're expecting to use 5 kilograms to make a unit. So if you're expecting to use 5 kilograms to make a unit, it means that the standard cost, of course, if 70 is equal to, if you like, 5 times 14. So the standard cost of a kilogram is £14. That's how we arrive at this 70, and I get this information from this standard over here. This is the actual cost, which we'll come to use. But we're dealing with 260 units, so that's the first thing to recognize. Now, if I'm expected to spend £70 on a unit and I've made 260 units, therefore the standard material cost of production, if I'm supposed to spend £70 on a unit on 260 units, I can do that first of all and say 70 times 260, and I get 18,200. That's the first thing. That's the first thing. Um, Now, the question says that during the period, the actual cost of material was £20 per kilogram. So we have a bit of, fiddling around to do, but that's fine. It's all part of the sort of the fun, so to speak, for lack of a better word. So what we have here is that the question says here that the total material variance. So this is the standard cost of production. Total material variance. So it's telling me that we spent more than we should have by £780. And if this was the standard, it means that this actual material must be 18,200 plus 780. So in total, we spent 18,200 plus 780, which is 18,980. That's the first thing. So I already have this answer and I have this answer. Well, let me just draw a graph because I like these graphs. So I suppose the first question here is this: that if I spent 18,980 making these on input, and the actual cost of material was £20 per kilogram, well, I can find the actual amount of kilograms I actually bought. So you must have bought 20 times a certain number of kilograms. I'll just call that Y to get 18,980 because you actually spent 18,980 on kilograms that actually cost £20 a kilogram. So the question here is, how many kilograms did you buy? So 18,980 divided by 20, and you have 949. So I'm just going to put, so you bought 949 kilograms. That's what you actually did. Now, I know that it says here you're supposed to use 5 kilograms to make each unit. So therefore, for 260 units, I'm expecting you to use 5 kilograms times 260. So 5 times 260 is 1,300. So actually, I'm expecting you, to use 1,300 kilograms. Now remember, if I'm looking at the usage variance, it's the difference between what I was expecting you to use and what you did use, times, of course, the standard cost per kilogram, and the standard cost per kilogram is £14, right? And that's kind of here we have my usage variance. So that is 1,300 minus 949. Subtract that, minus 949, you have 351 times £14 because you've used 351 kilograms too many. So 351 times 14 is equal to 4,914. So, sorry, forgive me. You've used 949 instead of using 1,300. So you've used 351 less than you should. So that's a favorable variance. That's a favorable variance, if you like, right? And that's a favorable variance of 4,914 favorable. I mean, you could find, if you like, what the price variance is even from here, because you have you have this, because basically saying this, um, if you like, the difference between these two, this 780 adverse is made up of a price and a usage variance. We could find it from there. I will do it in the end, but let's do it properly. Let's do the price variance. Now, here's the thing: you should um, um, you should have spent £14 on each of these kilograms, but instead you actually spent £20. Actually, this isn't too bad. You actually spent £20 on each of these kilograms, and you bought, of course, 20 times, of course, 1,300 kilograms. You should have spent £14. So that's a £6 difference. That's a £6 difference. You could look at it that way. You could look at it in totals, right? But that's a £6. You spent £6 more than you should have. So that's £6 more times all the kilograms you did buy, which was 900, which was 949, which was 949, which was 949. So you bought 949 kilograms. Um, yes, so you bought just £6 extra times that on top of the 949 kilograms that you bought. So six times 949 is equal to 5,694 adverse, right? So that's really the point here. The focus, of course, when we talk about price variances, is how much did you spend. We're dealing with what you actually bought, and you bought 949 kilograms. And if you, of course, do the difference between 5,694 and 5,694 and 4,914, you will get the happy answer of 780 adverse. Remember, this is adverse and this is favorable. So there we are. So that's how you actually deal with this, right? And so hopefully I'll just recap on that, because I made a slight error there in that discussion there, but you can probably see where I was going there. How did I get the actual kilograms used? Well, I got the total cost, actual material cost here, 18,980. I know I spent £20 per kilogram, so 18,980 divided by 20 gave me 949. I know I should have spent 5 kilograms on each unit, right? And that's 5 kilograms times the 260 units, because I'm trying to find out what's going on. So 5 times 260 gives me 1,300 kilograms. Right, so in a way, it's like, again, you can create the picture, and from there you can start working backwards. So you should have used 1,300, use 949, thus creating a saving of 300. And I think it's somewhere we did that earlier on. 1,300 minus 949 came to 315, I believe. Yeah, that's 351. So 351 saving there times the standard cost, because we can't accuse the people in production with the purchasing price. Hold them responsible for the purchasing price of the material. But you've gone out there, bought some, because you went out there and probably bought some more reliable, good raw materials, and therefore, yes, it was more expensive, but overall, you still have an adverse variance. So yes, you bought some quality material, spending more, but you weren't able to sort of make that saving you were hoping for from efficiencies on materials, because they were better. And that's how you do this one. Great stuff. Hopefully that's been helpful.